Let's see what happens, good people. Don't know why it just kicked me out. For no apparent reason, it just dropped. Kick me out. But I did not want this to end. Let's see. I say I'm live, but I can't tell. All right, we got a couple people listening. Hey, you know what? What's going on, Joe, man? I don't know what happened. Daddy was just streaming. This is clean, and all of a sudden, man, just kick me right on out. But since you chimed in, Joe, I'll put you on the board. I don't know, man. It just kicked me out, and it wasn't nothing I did. It was Restream. Restream kicked me out and made me relog back in. Retrospect, what's going on, man? I don't know what happened, man. It all of a sudden it was like, hey, you know what? This is where we at. Let's see. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened, man. It was Restream. Restream is the program I use. It's an online program that allows me to simultaneously stream to both here and YouTube. I guess I don't have to use them anymore, but here and there I'm using them, and they kicked me out. Just flat out kicked me out. I had to go and then relog back in and then reset things up. It was crazy. It made me just furious. It went from live stream to dead stream. Oh man, I love it. Retrospect Jay says, at Joseph, will you ever get on camera with your dad? That's a good question, man. Listen, you know, my kids, boy, they get into their own little, but he should get on here. I be trying to like hand over the keys of the Rams to them, cause they play more games than I do. I'm like, man, you can get on the game and just play these games, man. And you know what? Joseph, man, would be perfect because he has such a great personality. But you know what I mean? Listen, their dad can only tell them. It's like sometimes I be feeling like, man, they get tired of me talking. I think they feel like, man, I just talk too much. But you know, yeah, Joseph can have the whole Rams of this. I would love for him to go ahead and just take over. But you know, especially if I just keep him from being angry. Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes JoJo get angry, boy. He be get mad at these games. You gotta learn how to, you know, be easy for sheezy. Steve M, man, that was so funny. It went from live stream to dead stream. I was like, why am I not moving? I don't know if you guys can hear me because I was talking like, man, why am I not moving? I don't know what's going on here. I went back and you know what? I did some couple things. It was having some issues where it wouldn't. I guess I must have had too many videos. I deleted a bunch of stuff real quick. I was like, all right, we should be ready to go. And it was like, nope, it wasn't. Let's see. But you know what? Listen, we back to 7. We'll just you know we'll keep it with that. we could be, man. We could be. Second entry. I got you. Sonic Knuckle Tails in the building. Hey, you know what? Can anybody jump on Twitch real quick just to see if it pops back up on Twitch? So let me get myself together. I'll hop on the stream. Yeah, you can get yourself together because it's hot in here, Joe. I'm telling you, my daddy's room is burning up. My body's like burning up. And I've kind of just got, you know, I got to a point where I'm not sweating. I'm drink some of this. It's working. All right. Excellent. You know what? Do you know what is the title of the stream? Did the title say like part 2? Because I kind of had to reset it back up and put part 2 down there so I can get it live again. But when I cut back on my program Ecamm said, "Do you want to resume your recording?" So I don't know if it jumped back on to where it was. So man, the direct was amazing in my opinion. Like it said, like it's the direct we needed. I like, man, yeah. You know what? Listen, I tell you as much. Okay. Let's kind of go over the games real quick. Then I can kind of give you a better perspective. And nothing like lemon water, buddy. Add it to your diet, man. All right. I didn't care about the Pokemon Area Zero DLC. I just didn't care about it. It's like, all right, I could bypass that. All right. Then we had I think it was Palo or whatever, free to play game. I saw that game. I said, "Ooh, Geeky would like this game." And you know what? She was on the chat and she was like, "Yes, I did." It doesn't say part 2. All right, good job, Joe. Good job, Joe. He said, title said Switch Pro rumors, Zelda Direct. Yeah, see, man, listen, that's an old title. I'm just back on. I'm not even care about the quality of this here. I just want to talk to my people. All right, so what else from the direct? Persona 5 Tactica. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. In Persona, RPG, it's not my cup of tea, especially strategy RPGs. Never have been. I need some of the action, so I wouldn't too much care. So that first part of the direct, I was like, But Myth Force came out, and I was like, hey, now Myth Force looks like something I could definitely work with. Was definitely excited about that. Was like, hey, I'm gonna keep my eyeball on it. Splatfest, September 14th through the 16th. Splatoon is good. You can't go wrong with that. GT says the direct was a solid F. Boring on an F plus. Bordering on an F plus. Oh man. Golly, that's funny. Bordering on an F plus. So I like the dungeon crawler games too, as well as other games. Let's see, okay, which one was the dungeon crawling games? I think I put a check by I'll find it. I know it's coming. We got Detective Pikachu 2. I mean, I know my youngest son is gonna want that because he played the piss out of the first one. Super Mario Brothers RPG, man. Listen, and I'm not even an RPG guy, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try because it looks good. I think that's a good game to ride your holiday off with, because they get 2 Mario games and comes with the movie. So Nintendo wise, I think that was a good decision. Princess Peach, it looks very clean, but right now it reminds me of a very simple Kirby game. That's right, good people. Hit that like button for your boy. In my GD voice. No, Gorilla. It was one of my favorites. What do you think Saturday morning cartoon game? Yeah, that's Myth. That Saturday morning content game was it's Myth Force. That's the name of it. And listen, I am definitely keeping my eyeball out on that game. I'm gonna try to reach out to the developer and see if I can get that game early. I'm gonna try to get that's the game. I'm gonna try to hunt that one down. Cause it looks like, okay, my cup of tea. I just think that's gonna be a really, really fun game. But gotta get some more details about it. Let's see, what else we got? Luigi's Mansion. Anything Luigi's Mansion, man. I don't care if they is doing a remake, because the Luigi Mansion for the Switch was phenomenal. So anything you're gonna remake a game, put it back on the Switch, hey, I'm all in favor of that. You'll probably add some more to it. I'm looking forward to that game, but it's 2024. Then we get Batman Trilogy. I almost say this here, and you might think it's kind of blasphemous, but I think this game is a year too late. I think if this game comes out last year, it sells like gangbusters. I think they waited too late. This should have been a holiday game this past Christmas, and it would have sold. Just like I feel about the Lara Croft games. Yeah, they're coming out, but them games should have came out 2 years ago. Cause those rumors was back when I heard those. We heard about those rumors back when I first started my channel. So them games should have came out at least 2 years ago. If matter of fact, if Lara Croft had came out through the pandemic, it would have sold like crazy. Because it would have been a couch co-op game that you can play at home. You already at home. Yeah, the one. What comes after that? Then we have what is that called? Gloom Heaven. I don't even remember what that game is. Just Dance 2024. I was not happy about that, but if my boy GT pick it up for me, brother will get into it and get my dance on. All right. Then we have Fae Farm. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. It didn't look very polished. So the ones that I gotta wait and see with that. Then we have Mechanics Maniac or Maniac Mechanics. What is the game called? But that's coming out on July 13th, and it looks like Overcooked with cars and parts. Sparks of Hope DLC was launched on the stream day. I did not pick it up. I don't. Matter of fact, do I own the game? My son owns the game. I do not own the game. Dragon Quest Monsters. I guess it's like they had Dragon Quest Monsters on, I think, the DS. But once again, this is not my cup of tea. Just like I didn't care. Oh, my friend, let's see. Says Pigeon Game looks funny. Oh yeah, it did look kind of funny. I do remember the Pigeon Game. What was the name of the Pigeon Game? WarioWare is a motion game, and that's disappointing. Yeah, the Wario game is, and then everybody wants to switch like it's going to be a bunch of motion, and I think those are corny play at home games that everyone would probably be trying to play together. It does not say hardcore gamer at all. GT says the best part of the direct was when Nintendo realized that not a lot of people bought Pikmin 3. Thus, to entice them to buy in Pikmin 4, they announced 1 and 2 games that no one will buy either. Yes, currently, the price on those things is bad, man. Like, yeah, like they're both like $30 a piece. It's like, it's like it's no improvements. It's just the games. You trying to tell me you drop Metroid Prime Remaster, and it is one of the highest rated games of the year, and then you give us Pikmin, and it's $40, but then you give us Pikmin 1 and 2, even though you shadow dropped them, and there was really no big improvements, and it's pretty much the same game you got on the GameCube, and you charging $30 a piece, $60 for the bundle. Get out of here. Beat it. But Steve M says, I'm buying Pikmin 1 and 2 in September when it comes out on cart. CMG says, still here lurking. Yeah, man, my stream just shut off on me. Stupid stream. If it shut out again, buddy, we done. If it shuts me out again, I'm like, man, listen, I'm just done. I'll see you guys next week. Because I got to have to figure it out. Matter of fact, no, I might see y'all guys later on this week, like on Wednesday. Thursday, if I can get in here, if my wife will let me, I'll get in here, man, and do some AEW. Simp. I don't know what that means, man. I'm a pure alpha man. I just respect my wife because I do a lot of things and I do a lot of work, so I care about my wife. So her opinion matters to me. Simp is not something you can ever apply to me. Never. All right. Guerrilla Tactics. D1 said Vampire Survivor. I wasn't a big Vampire Survivor. I was I was like no. But Mario Kart booster packs, man. Okay, so Mario Kart, excuse me, booster packs is almost in that same realm of like they were really good and hot. Those first 2 or 3, it's like it started to die down. Star Ocean, if you're that type of player, I think looks good. I think it's a game that used to be popular back in the day, and I was like, headbangers. I can't remember headbangers from the direct. I don't know. Let's see. What other games? We keep going down the list. Let's go. Of course, we had the Pikmin 1 and 2. Then we had Metal Gear Solid Collection. You know, even though I've owned this game, I've owned Metal Gear, man, on multiple systems, from PS2 to PS3 to Vita, PSP. I mean, I've owned them, but you know what? I want to buy it again because they're just such good games, man. When you have really good games, then you know you'll spend that money. Did you say we're going to do some A&W on Thursday? Not A&W. A&W is like the hamburger joint. A&W used to be super, super good. Now we do some AEW wrestling. Build it with Smith. What up, Gaming Dad? You look slim, huh? Man, listen, it's the yeah, I mean, I've been losing a little weight, man. Just I've been fasting. And drinking. So like I've cut my meals down to like 1 a day. And so now I'm in the process of redefining that one meal. Like I still eat what I want to eat on that meal, but it'd be like 1 a day because I'd be so busy. And then on top of that, I'm working out too. So the fasting is really good for your body as well. Oh, matter of fact, I'm get Steve Smith on the board. Build it with Smith. All right. Matter of fact, let me click on the wheel real quick. If you guys do not see your name on the wheel, we're currently at 18 people. If you don't see your name on the wheel, let me know now so we can go ahead and get that fixed. Get you on the board if you're not on there. Say that's what's up, man. We're not eating meat going on 3 weeks. Oh man, listen, y'all. Listen, you guys are getting it. You know what? This one thing I found out to be true. It's not a lot of people who are not taking their health really seriously, man. You gotta look at pay attention to what they're doing to us, man. They're really like, yeah, there's places, it's always food to go buy. We can always, but a lot of the food that we're getting, man, is not very, very healthy for us. And so I have with just some adjustments in my diet and some things that I currently take, I have eliminated my allergies. I used to have the baddest summer allergies that shut me down. Heavy congestion. And I have not been like really, really, really sick. Like I've had like some issues, of course, after some issues with my tooth. But that's because I guess I had a little crack in my tooth and didn't even know it. And I've been going to get my teeth cleaned, so you would think they would know it too. But I'm not going to talk about that. But I forgot what I was about to say. But just taking care of your health, man, is just super important. And to continue to watch what you eat is super important. And the things that, you know, like fast food, man, it's like I don't even, it's only certain fast foods that I buy. And they got to have some stuff that's kind of not processed. Like we still eat Five Guys because, you know, we eat Five Guys every now and then. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm trying to cut back and go more of a non-vegan route because, you know, I just need to be able to, I need my body to readjust. So like I've eaten dinner for the day. I ate some dinner before I started the stream. And so I'm trying to get into a pattern of eating earlier in the day so my body can have time to process that food and I can get some better sleep, and making sure that I keep my body hydrated, drinking a lot more instead of drinking just water, drinking stuff like coconut water to kind of really help your body keep hydrated. I know I can go on forever about this, but it is what it is. All right, let me get back to this. He said, "Nah, fam, I need meat. Oxtails is life. Okay, listen to me. If oxtails is made right, they're delicious. And but I have to look at like, hey, you know what? I know a lot of my friends, man, who are I'm 48, and I know a lot of friends I grew up in high school with, man, who look absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely like I know a lot of my a lot of lady friends that I went to high school with who look like linebackers. I was like, man, that's not healthy, man. You gotta mix it up, and the food is not getting healthier that we're eating. Even the fruit we're getting is not getting healthier. So D1 says my health is about to implode like the Ocean Gate submarine. Or brother, man, make some changes, man. Make some changes. All it takes is small changes, man. Listen, this cut out. I tell you this much. You start real small. Just like, you know what? Stop eating breakfast. Don't eat breakfast. You know what? Just say, hey, if you're gonna eat, give yourself like a 4-hour window to eat, and do that every day, and you'll just naturally start to lose weight. So also pause on my last comment because saying I need meat is kind of. See, man, I wouldn't even gonna do you like that. I wouldn't even gonna try to go that direction, but now that you brought it up, that is funny. When I do stream games, though, what game should I play? That's a good question. Hey, listen, that's a great dude. Play some Super Mario Brothers 3. You hear this, Joseph? Now, listen, I had to challenge my kids. I stopped them from like playing any other games. I said, listen, you're not real gamers until you beat Super Mario Brothers 1. I'm like, you can talk all you want to, but until you beat Super Mario Brothers 1, then I won't even consider you a gamer. And so I made them play Super Mario Brothers 1, but they haven't played 2, they haven't played 3, they haven't played none of the classics. Like 3, boy, 3 make you want to pull your hair out. Bazza says, one thing Nintendo does smart. When you go on their consoles, you always know when they have a direct. It is easy way for kids to show their parents. Yeah, listen. The people don't get them credit for that. It's like, at the end of the day, Nintendo not really making games for me. They're not. It's like, look at who are they making games from? They know what lane they're in. They're making games for kids. You know what? But they know that these adults, especially in this generation, still play games. So you know what? They'll throw a couple games in there. But ultimately, when it comes down to Christmas, it's about selling to the kids. It's not even about selling to us. So yeah, you're right. They have their system is very, very unique. And my hat goes off. I've done that sometimes. Your friends from high school were wearing 3X large shirts, but be looking like an extra medium small. It be looking bad, man. Because you know what? Some of these guys, man, be trying to dress like these young cats, and it's like, dog, I'm not wearing skinny jeans. Never. It was like, never. And I'm a pretty good, for my age, I'm in pretty good shape. I was playing basketball today, and I was giving them the work. But and the kids talking about, they were like, Coach B, why are you so strong? I said, man, because I do calisthenics. And to be honest, my body ain't where I want to be. I was like, I want to lose about another 15 pounds. 15 to 20, to be honest. I want to lose about another 15 to 20 pounds. And then, then when I get to that standpoint, I've lost the weight I want to, then I'm going to explode in the gym, and then I'm just going to be this chiseled old man. He said a medium. D1 said it's not the food and the fruits making people into linebackers. It's the bad habits. I'm saying it's habits. Work, extreme lack of exercise. Extreme lack of exercise, man. Many people work out weekly and still eat what they want. Yeah, listen. If you give the body fuel, you're feeding the body fuel, but you give your body, if you're working out, then your body is in constant repair mode. Like your body needs energy to be able to to repair muscles that you've torn from working out. But if you're not doing that, man, it's like, you just eating and sitting, waking up, eating and sitting. Your body wasn't built for that. Back in the day of Jesus, man, them cats walked for miles and miles every day. That's why, even if you just walked, you'd be good. Retrospect, they said, it is so easy for me. I can beat Super Mario 3 with over 50 lives, but it took a long time for me to get to that. Yeah. But think about like this, Retrospect, is that was a game you wanted to play multiple times. Like, they don't make games like well, sometimes I guess we were forced to play games like that because we just didn't have, we didn't have these many games coming out all the time. So when the game came out, that was it for like 6 or 7 months, and you played the piss out that game. I remember, man, I had to mail off. I had to order it on, or I couldn't like buy it in the store. I had to mail. I had to pay for it in mail back in the day. And I'm saying this here, but ordering things over the mail was different than it is now. It wasn't as easy. But Lakers versus Celtics, oh man, that was a game. Nah, Joseph, don't listen to these boomers. Play some Fortnite. That's what he play. That's what he play. He play Fortnite all day, every day. If you let him. That's part of Nintendo's problem. They aim at kids, but don't make mature AA and AAA titles. Nah, man, but that's the thing about it. Think about it. You're a business owner. That's the money is where the kids. That's where the money. It's the kids. They're gonna say, hey, mommy, buy me this game, buy me this game, buy me these games. Every now and then you get people like me, old farts, who buy tons and tons of games. Kids nowadays, this Bill with Smith said, kids nowadays are used to playing games with no saves or checkpoints. Right. Or codes that you had to write down. Classics. He should play Super Mario Advance 4 version of Super Mario Brothers 3. Yep, and it's free, Joseph. And it's on your Switch. All you have to do is go to the Switch Online. And you can be playing some classics right now, Joseph. That's why when I look at my sons, they be like, "Oh, I'm bored. I don't have nothing to play." I'm like, "Man, you have tons of stuff to play. You just gotta just dig into them." All right, I'll play some Smash Brothers, Mario, Sonic, maybe some anime games and some shooters like Halo or COD. I might stream Fortnite. But listen, I have a video on my second largest video is my son playing Fortnite on my Switch Lite. Gaming Dad, I want some Wolverine gameplay. Hope they show it soon. I think before the end of the year, whatever Sony's next big showcase, and it probably won't happen till later in the year because I don't think they want to cannibalize any sales going to Spider-Man. I think by the end of the year we'll get some gameplay for Wolverine. So I agree with D1. Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that's a problem though. I think especially this generation, especially with the Switch, they understood their purpose, but they didn't stray away from their core values. Their core values will always be kids and playful. That's never gonna go away. But think about it. We had Grand Theft Auto on the Switch this year. I mean, in this cycle. Remember those games had a time limit. Yeah. You had to get through it. If you didn't, the pressure was on. Hidden items in rooms, right? Who you two boomers trying to fool? You both know you use game. I did not use a Game Shark. How about that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game? Oh yeah, now see that's a game that I think Joseph would like. He'll probably blow right through that bad boy. But it's fun though. But once again, my kids don't want to play games with me. It's about to play the OG Mario Brothers. Pow. Retrospect says Nintendo doesn't need to make rated M games. They make enough compelling games where it doesn't need to be Call of Duty. Nintendo needs to make a messaging system. Yeah, they need to messaging system. Boy, that is, you can get kind of creepy when they got a messaging system. But voice chat, to me, they can figure out some way to make it age appropriate. Now, to me, like if you got a parent like when my kids were young and they had Switches, I set that stuff up. So they had to be a certain, they can set up by age. Like you got to be a certain age to be able to be in this voice chat, or you're going to have to migrate yourself over to a different Switch. I mean, that might work, but you got people that's pedophiles, they'll figure it out. Gaming Dad used a Game Genie. No, I did not use a Game Genie either. I thought it was blasphemous. I was like, man, I'm not using no cheat sheet. They take the fun out of the game. Because the games didn't come out like they come out like right now. So you can get on the game and you have that one game for a long time before the next one came out. So you got a good break in between. But now, with so many games out, I was like, what do you do? What boomers he talking about? Is it? Right. I don't have Teenage Mutant Ninja games, but my dad probably does, and I do. Listen, matter of fact, it's on my system. You could have it too. It's not. I try my best to get it. Yeah, you can come play. You can just play mine. If you listen, Teenage Mutant Turtles is one of them games that you can play over and over and over. Yeah, you can give it. Listen, like we streamed it one night, me and Smith. It was dope. Nah, GT, we use Game Genies. I wanted to try to stream this weekend if it's okay, Dad. Listen, yeah, if you don't go to your little girlfriend's house. Don't. My son, boy, he get him a little tenderoni, boy. He be, Dad, can you take me to my girlfriend's house? Dad. Just don't bring home no babies. Don't be out here hunching. You don't need to be hunching. Just like the girl. Yeah, it can get creepy, but I rarely seen creeps online. You'd be surprised, man. They be out here like vultures. Basil YT says, who uses console voice chat nowadays? Discord is the new voice chat now. You know what? I think it would be incredibly dope if Nintendo say, all right, we're gonna do Discord. I think that would be like a home run for them. She's going to Hawaii. You let me on open. Oh yeah, I did. You okay? Let me tell you what, Joseph. You need to stop asking them questions. Me. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. My son is very bold. He had the nerve to ask me. His girlfriend is going. They had to fly back to Hawaii. They're from Hawaii for a funeral, and so they wanted Joseph asked me. Now my son is 17. He'll be 17 next month, and so my son asked me. What? Matter of fact, this is even better. Let me read you the text message. Now I'm DJing this wedding. And he calls me while I'm DJing the wedding. I'm like, hey man, I'm DJing. What you need? And he's like, I got a serious question to ask you. I said, man, I can't talk right now, man. You might have to text it to me. He said, all right, I'll text it. And so I'm DJing, right? Oh, I gotta get to it. Let me get to it. Oh, where is it at? This is too funny. Where is it at? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I know it's coming up soon. Yesterday. All right, listen. Okay, here it is. The little girl's name is Natalie. So he said, Natalie's family wants to know if I can sleep over Monday because they want me to see them off to their flight. They're going to Hawaii to see their family because her uncle passed away. So they are going go and bury him. Okay. Joseph, little daddy said it to you. Stop asking. This look, and this is not the first time he's asked. Like his girlfriend, they cool with that. I'm not cool with that. My job as your father is to make sure that you get to 18 with no kids. That's my job. I said I gotta make sure that you get to 18 without having any kids. And to me, if you put yourself in them situations where you spend the night and you got free access to booty, that's what happens. Babies happen. Because you know what? You'll get you some free booty. And before you know it, then you know what? I'm a granddaddy. I'm not doing that to myself or my wife. So, buddy, stop asking those questions. You cannot stay over some chick's house until you get 18 where you can start paying some rent. And then you can start paying some rent and you can go out and get your own. Then you can see whatever you want to sleep at. Just put on some protection, buddy, because babies, you listen, aren't you expensive, Joseph? Yes, you are very expensive. You don't even know that because you eat a lot. Don't you, Joseph? Yes, Joseph, you eat a lot. But stop asking those questions about spending the night over some chick's house. It's never going to happen. Never. Woo, boy. Man, oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, let me go back and read these comments. He said, oh, my God, please don't be hunching. That's what's up, young Joseph. D1 said you would end up pregnant or having a chick pregnant. We don't want that either. He said, I'm not. Oh, man. Bruh, Joseph, just log out. You about to get roasted. Oh, man. Free access to booty. Oh, man. Oh, no. Listen, good job. The Joseph for coming to your dad, and good job, Dad, for putting the foot down. Listen, I love him. He is my guy. He is my guy, man. I love the kid, man. But you know what? Just imagine, I would have never had the audacity to ask my mama, hey, Mom, I'm about to go over this, can I sleep over this chick house for the night? I'm going to see them off tomorrow. That's all right with you? Man, my mom used to smoke cigarettes. I can just imagine my mom going, oh, you think you just going to be out here hoeing and coming home to my house? You might want to go ahead and pack your stuff and you want to go out there and spend the night. But I love the fact that he's gonna ask. You know, he did go out there and try to do it himself, and then get caught, and then deal with the raft that will come for you, buddy. I love my son, but my son, no, I gets down, and he don't want me to get down. He don't want to have none. He don't want none of the smoke. I know he don't. So I love you, son. But I get it. It's a girlfriend. Steve said, oh, man. Building with Smell said, Joseph, real talk. Listen to your dad. He's right. Joseph, wait until about 25 for kids. Pro tip. Listen, Joseph, the same conversation we have with you right now, the same conversation I had with Dave. Now, my son Dave, I got another story. My son Dave, and I hope he watches this. My son Dave is playing house right now. Those of you older, you know what I'm talking about. Look, he has a girlfriend and they live together. Nice girl, you know what? I'm nice girl. However, I tell him the same thing. I said, buddy, if you're gonna have sex, you better put rubber on because you know what, babies are expensive. I said, Joe. I said, David, are you expensive? Was you expensive, David? Yes, you was. I said, so babies are expensive. So you don't put yourself in that position where you got to be committed, especially if you're not married. Now, see, you up there playing house because he ain't married to the girl, but they living together, and he got that free access to booty. So you know, I tell him, I say, man, put a rubber on because you know what, he's graduated from college. He's 20. He's about right now. He's almost at that age where he could have a baby. But I was telling him this when he was like in his 20s. And now that he living with it, I said, hey, Dave, you know what? Go see the world. You're making pretty good money now. Go see the world. Go visit places you have the opportunity to visit before you have kids when you can't make them kind of decisions. So. Thanks. Listen, man, you're very welcome, Joseph. You're very welcome, my brother. I love you. I wouldn't want to have kids at all. Listen, retrospect, Jay, let me tell you something. Stop that. You know what? I'm assuming, how old are you, retrospect, Jay? I'm telling you that the kids are the best things in life. They're the best thing. Having my kids has been the best thing I've ever have done in my life. I love especially when they were small. When they were small, they was like the best when they were small because you know what, the stuff they get in trouble about was like small and minor, and then you know what, they looked at me like I was king. When I came home, it was daddy, 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 play with me, daddy, and that's what we did when they were younger. And like now that they're older, and I'm working a lot more, you know, I get times like, man, I want to spend time with my kids. You know, so I'm trying to figure out things to do and time to spend with them and things of that nature. So I miss that. But I would tell you, man, listen, kids may seem hard now, but they only get hard when you as the parent don't discipline them and spend the time with them. So if you're gonna have kids, you know what? First of all, I hope you find yourself a wife first, because having the kids while being married is a problem all into itself. But if you put the time in, man, if you spend time with your kids and you speak life into them and you always encourage them and you be willing to discipline them when they are wrong, and you show them that they need to have hard work and you don't give them everything. If you do that, man, you'll have great kids, man, and they'll grow and they'll honor you and they will respect you and they'll respect other people, and you won't have to deal with a bunch of stuff like this. I have been blessed. I haven't had to deal with a lot of behavior problems out of my children the majority of their lives. Like Joseph is probably, I hate to say it, Joseph is probably been the one that I probably spent more time in the principal's office dealing with some issues. But a lot of it don't be him though. And I know this because kids are jealous because I teach at the same school he teaches at, that he goes to school at, and he has a father that's active in his life that's cool. That, you know what, that plays video games, that DJs, that knows the music, that takes pictures, you know, say his dad does all these things and Joseph don't like for nothing. And so now you got these kids who don't have, they looking at Joseph like, you know what I'm saying, like what make you so special? You know what? So he deals with a lot of jealousy. And Joseph is that kid, like, you know, he gonna speak his mind. So he gets messed with. And so, you know what, like, so he gonna defend himself. So he deals with those issues. But to me, that's the only hard part I've had to deal with in his whole life. Like, my son don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't like drugs. And you know what? That's something I've been putting in their head till they was really small. I'm like, drugs are stupid. Smoking is stupid. I'm like, listen. And my kids, I got another story to tell real quick. I know we talk about gaming. I got another story to tell. Now I'll get to the comments. I've been telling my kids all their life that smoking is stupid. So my kids are young. My kids are probably at the stage of game. They're like, you know, they're probably like 6, 4, and 2. They stair steps. And so Joseph, I don't know, Joseph, you remember this? We going to Walmart. And you know how they be outside Walmart smoking their brains out, right? And so Joseph, he's so outspoken. He like, man, smoking is stupid. Ain't that right, Daddy? I'm like, yep, you right, but that's stupid. You like your lungs? You like breathing? She was like, yeah, I like breathing. I was like, they don't like breathing. Oh, that dude was so mad smoking. I was like, I wish you would. Listen, I'm old school. I wish he would have said something. I wish he would have said something. Boy, my kids would have saw me beat that dude up. They would have saw me put the paws on him. And he couldn't say nothing but smoke that cigarette harder. Because if he'd have opened his mouth, I'd have been in his jaw. But because I was with my kids, you don't do that. They ain't say what a lie. How they say this is how they say in the South. Where the lie at? Smoking is stupid. GT said Dave ain't even logged on right now, but he feels a disturbance in our forest. You're right. Something that shook his core. You know what my son did? He just got back today from Vegas. Him and his girlfriend flew to Vegas for a week for a vacation. I said, yeah, they probably down there hunching. Biddle says, Gabby Dad, back when me and Geeky were dating, I wanted to go down there and spend the night during summer break. Bro, my mom came with me and spent the night. Oh, man, shout out to Miss Smith in the building. She said, oh, yeah, you want to spend the night? Oh, we going to spend the night, too. Oh, man. He said, we need 1 million more gaming dads. Man, listen, first of all, man, thank you for the kind words, man. But you right, man. You are absolutely right. I'm going to get on to another tangent. I love the black community. I love people in general, black, white, no matter what it is. And so the question becomes, one of the questions that within the black community that we typically have is that, how do we save our community? Because, when you look at violence, what you see, and to me, it's not really about black no more. It's about, it's about money. It's about the have and the have-nots. But how do you save that community? Is that, it starts at the home. It starts in your home, period. I just read a research, I just read some research recently on children. Check this out. Children who live in 2-parent households, and their success rate is the same if the children live with just the father. Check that out. I'm going to say that one more time. The success rate of the children in a 2-parent household is the same if the children was raised by the father. That is crazy. So I just challenge more fathers, man, to be fathers, man. Stop having sex with these chicks, man. And then, if you have a situation where, that it didn't work, man, be the man to step up and raise that child. No matter what the situation is, raise that child. Be in that child's life as much as you can. And you know what? If more men stepped up and did that and was just fathers, we would have a society where things would change. But until I'm praying that the shift is going that direction where more men are waking up and saying, listen, I need to be a father to my child. I listen to kids. I get so much of this here. Like, you know what? Well, my dad didn't do it. My dad wasn't here. They go to blame it. It's like, man, you bigger than that, man. So what? I got a nephew who, and I love him to death, but sometimes he blames his father. I'm like, man, because he's not of a certain way. He blames his father. And true enough, my brother could have been a better father and communicated better. But you know what? Financially, he was there. You know what? He just wasn't he didn't pump enough life into him. So I say this to him, like, man, and I say this to a lot of people who sit back and they complain and they point fingers of why things are not happening in their life, man. Hey, man, shut up. I don't want to hear no more. Listen, what are you doing right now to make the change? How are you going to break this curse? How are you going to be a better father to your kids? So I questioned to him. I was like, how are you going to be a better father to your kids? How are you going to learn from the examples you didn't receive to be a better father to the child you have now? And that's what needs to happen, man. But we need more fathers to be telling their kids, man, shut up, start whining. I was playing basketball today with my with the middle schoolers. So, I'm playing basketball out there with them. And so, I'm being a little aggressive, you know what? But they crying and complaining about fouls, man. I was like, man, shut up about those fouls, man, and play the game. I had to tell them, like, shut up. Stop whining like a little baby. You want a pacifier? Go sit down somewhere. But kids need that. They need to you need to be telling kids, hey, man, shut up. I tell my students, hey, shut up. I don't want to hear that. Care about your whining. So what? So what? You get pushed down. So what? Get up and keep playing. Okay, I don't know. I get on a rant. I'm sorry. Let me get back to my comments. I went there for a minute because, hey, man, this can't. This bothers me. Also, you 30, man. Listen, I'm telling you, man, you're the perfect age to have some kids, man. A little kid that look like you, man, that idol and worship you, man, is the best feeling ever. My kids used to be like, man, they used to tell my wife, like, I know I'm going to play daddy. I would like daddy to tuck me in. Daddy. Dad was the man. I was the man. And I loved it. My kids, like all the stuff I did when I was a kid, my kids do. Christmas is great around here. Retrospect says how I just feel like I wouldn't be patient or understanding how to responsibly take care of them. But believe it or not, you would be. That's why it's important that you be very selective into the woman that you would want to lay down with. Oh, man, listen, if I gave you a gem to hold on to. Be very selective to the woman that you lay down with, because that woman is going to help you. It's not going to be your only responsibility. And you know what, man? You're going to fail sometimes as a father, but you're going to make great strides. You know what? Because you're going to care for that baby, and you're not going to want nothing to happen to it. So because you don't have patience now doesn't mean you couldn't develop patience enough to take care of that baby. Yes, babies will challenge you. And my daughter cried and cried and cried. And the only thing that would stop my daughter from crying is she would suck on my forearm. She would suck on my forearm, buddy. And slob. I have slobber everywhere, but that was the only thing to keep her calm. But then, you develop those patience. Them kids will teach you patience. So that don't worry about that. Just get that baby love. This love on that baby. That baby gonna look like you. He gonna want to be like you. Just love that. And patience will come. Bazard 24/7 YT said your kids' ears must be burning with you talking about the You know what, man? My kids know I'm honest. My kids will tell me like I do too much. My daughter told me that one time in my class. Said, my dad, he does too much. I said, yeah. I do too much today, but I wasn't doing too much when I bought that car. I wasn't doing too much when I went out and got her jobs, plural. Like, I ain't doing too much then. I had to make her feel bad. It made her understand, like, hey, listen, hey, I do this because I want you to be successful. It ain't about me. It's about you. Skydive Mobility X3 closed set. Oh, what is that? I don't know what you're talking about. GT said, I am not in a career where I can have kids. As soon as I have kids is when I catch a stray. It's like when you say you're 2 weeks from retirement. Oh, man. Kids, he was talking about me. Yep, it was. Respect, they said, I would be jealous too, laugh out loud. I wish I had an older brother who played video games. No, man, I'm telling you, you won't be jealous. You're going to be hyped because they're going to take interest into what you like and then want to do the things you do. And then as they get older, they become competitive, and then they come better than you. Then you like my kids, they kill me in Smash, kills me, all of them. I'm always the man to get beat up, always the first man. Player 4 done. But it's fun, man. I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world. It's funny because we used to use cartridges, and now people is all about digital games. Just saying, yeah, you know what? Listen, man, I'm a firm believer, man. Like digital games they're good for what they worth, but see, I'm totally against it because of the fact that, you know what, they can just hit the switch and cut it off, and then I don't have access to the game that I have invested my money to. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. GT says, you hear that Baz is AKA the vape god smoking is stupid. I'm sorry, Baz. That's our big smoke. I'm sorry, man. I can tell you raised Joseph right because he's very respectful. Oh, listen, yeah. I listen. First of all, thanks, man. But yeah, I think he's been raised right. But because he know the alternative for being disrespectful is like he doesn't want that. He don't. JoJo tell you he don't want that smoke. No. Because you know what? They've been blessed. I'm trying to get my kids out there. They've been blessed because they didn't have to go without, and they haven't had situations where they grew up super poor like their father did, and was in situations where, you know, we were standing in the line every week to get that government assistance, and we were when we were eating tomato sandwiches and ketchup sandwiches and sugar sandwiches and drinking sugar water, and I mean, it just doing all kind of crazy stuff just to kind of just feed our bodies. And so they didn't have to go through that. Never. So yeah, he better be respectful. Steve says, smoking is nasty. My dad smokes cigars, and he at his home stinks of it. Yes. Like, you know, listen, okay. I look at not the smell is one thing. This is how destructive it is. I looked at my father, he smoked all his life, and then one day he had a stroke. Luckily, somebody found him. And then when they took him to the hospital, they said, hey, man, they you scan your body, and then you say, you know, they had cancer on his lung. So they had to cut off a third of his right lung. So now he's operating at 75% capacity. He can't walk not even let's say maybe 20 yards without having to take a break. That's crazy, man. And we do that just from smoking. I mean, so you got to look at stuff like that. It's like, man, smoking, man, I don't see the value. Now I understand a lot of people use it. They say, hey, man, it calms my nerves. Well, man, they hate people who smoke hate talking to me, because I'm like, okay, you know what? Save your money and go work out. It'll calm your nerves too. It'll do the exact same effect. Listen, because you know what, you go and you get a nice good workout. You come home, take a shower, you relax. You know what, your nerves ain't up no more. He said, I take cannabis for my. Listen, my brother smokes weed. I listen. I'm not gonna tell you what I called the kids in my class when I find out they smoke weed. Matter of fact, yes, I am. I won't tell you. I call them crackheads. So no matter if they smoke weed one time, like, oh, they're crackhead. The crackhead. Like my brother William, I call him a crackhead all the time. Like, oh, you know, my brother's a crackhead. And he be like, man, I don't do crack. I know, but that's why I call people who smoke. So because you might want to smoke crackhead. You might smoke crack. So you know what? And so I had a kid in my classroom, and I think I told the story before. I'm gonna tell it real quick. But a kid in my classroom who was like, you know, I was like, man, all I do is smoke weed. I said, man, I bet money that it's more than his weed in your urine. He said, all I do is smoke weed. I said, okay then. So I contacted his aunt. I said, hey, do you mind if I drug test? I'm not gonna say his name. And she was like, oh, absolutely. So I drug tested him. I gave him a cup, let him pee in it. We did the results. What else was in his pee besides what he fell for besides THC? Heroin. Because you know what? I mean, you might get your stuff in a reputable place. I'm not. But I know a lot of these kids who out here smoking weed don't. But to have his urine laced with heroin and weed at the same time, it's like, oh man, but think about it, these is our youth. Our youth is like, you know, the ones that are going to take over, the ones that are going to take care of us, and we don't start to, like, you know what, start to build up these leaders and, turn these kids smarter, we're gonna have some issues. People not paying attention, man. Like, going into McDonald's and you know what? It's not even a person up there to take your order. You got to do it on a computer. They slowly but surely, killing the workforce, and they surely but surely making sure that, they don't need you. The workforce, nobody's having babies. Everybody like, I don't want to have babies because, they're too much responsibility. So no one's having babies. You know what? That's the reason why I wasn't mad that they said, they killed an abortion. They were like, no, because we need more people to work, man. The workforce is going to be terrible. I'm telling you, you watch it. Mark these words. Your boy know what he's talking about. Oh, you see the gummies. Well, not the gummy, but the oil is good. I mean, cannabis is still good for your body. It's the THC that kind of gets you. Said no gambling. Said he just had to smoke the cigar harder. Retrospect Jay says it says I also don't think I will be able to discipline or provide the right way. Okay, listen. Now, retrospect day. This from man talking to another man. I would tell you. I would. If we was talking, I would say a couple things you got to stop saying is what you can't do, or what you wouldn't be able to do. You got to start speaking life. Like, listen, tell yourself, yeah, you'll be a great daddy. I'll tell you right now, you will be a great daddy. Because being a great daddy is about love and nothing. You'll never be perfect. And but discipline is something that you're gonna need to have. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're gonna be a parent, you need to have discipline. Because kids are gonna challenge you. They're gonna test you. And if you don't discipline them, then you don't love them. So, for example, right, you got a baby that's 5 years old, right, and that baby wants to go on the street, right? The baby just runs on the street, and so so you say, hey, little Joseph, get over here, Joseph. Don't go on that street no more. All right. So I want my child to have some fear of me because I want my child to understand, like, hey, what my daddy said means business, especially when they're small because they don't know. They're trying to figure it out. All right. But he said, oh, man, but that street looks so fun. I'm going to go again. And he goes out there again. So you grab Joseph again and you pop that butt and say, hey, I told you, don't go on that street. So now when he go to look at that street, he's like, no, that last spank was hard. So maybe I'll sit down. I want that to happen because it'll save their life. Yeah, like I tell them about smoking because I'm trying to save their life. I'm trying to say, hey, you don't want to be like your granddaddy, do you? You don't want to have a stroke. You don't have a big old belly, right? You don't want that, do you? So I tell them they gotta learn from their elders' mistakes. All right, I tell you, listen, you don't want to be paying all this money. Look all this money daddy paying for you to have A, B, and C. You don't want to be paying all that money. Don't wait to have kids. Put yourself financially in a situation where you don't got to do this. Pick a good job where you can make a lot of money. Is that shit gonna do? So I want my kids to learn from me. So yeah, so back to you, retrospect. Stop talking down onto yourself like what you wouldn't be able to do. Yes, you would. You start speaking that, manifest that into your life. Like, hey man, I'm tell yourself, man, I'm a great man. I told myself this year. I said, listen. I will be a great photographer. I'm going to tell myself that. I'm going to tell it again. I'm going to be a great photographer where people are going to take my prints and they're going to hang them up on their walls. I said that. I've claimed that. And I've done everything I can to work towards that on a daily basis. Consistency builds a man. Consistency. But you got to have discipline to be consistent. So they're going hand in hand. But you got to speak life over yourself. That's why I always challenge people to read their word. Read the Bible, man. The Bible tells you, hey, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. In the beginning, there was the word. Be mindful. Listen, this is not even the Bible, but this is true. Like, hey, you know what? Words, right? What are words? Words are a combination of letters created to make sound, right? That's why they call it spelling, right? Spelling is witchcraft, right? It's a form of witchcraft. So you know what? You have to be mindful of what you say about yourself because you are casting that spell upon you. You are saying like, hey, you know what? You won't have patience and you won't be a good father. You talking yourself out of being a good father right now. Stop that. Tell yourself, man, I'm a good dude. I'm all right. I'm very positive. I'm loving. Yeah, I got all the attributes to be good. I could discipline. I'm going to tell my son to sit their tail down, and that's what they're going to do. That's what I tell my kids in a minute. Like, hey, my daughter's 18. My son is 25 years old. My son is 25 years old. He's 6'3", 280 pounds. He's almost twice my size. But if I told him to shut his mouth, he going to shut his mouth. Even right now, even though he's bigger than me. But I don't have to do that because they have enough respect to say, you know what, my dad doesn't want me to say that. I'm good with that. Because when he needs something, he gets it. Like if he says, Dad, hey, I need some advice on some stocks. Hey, boom, he gets that information, and everything I've given him has been an add to his life. So yeah, man, don't do that. Don't speak death of yourself. You can do anything that you want to do. You will develop the skills to be disciplined. If you didn't know how to be a good disciplinary, then there's plenty of books. There's YouTube. There's anywhere you can go. You can find out. You can learn those things. Don't doubt yourself, brother. I'm sorry, man. I get on another rant. Gaming Dead said, "Shut up." Oh man. Steve said, Vegas? She might be more than a girlfriend. Nah. Now he ain't stupid. He is not going to get married and his mama not know. She would not have that. Buddy, listen, he know that it will be hell to pay if he made that decision. That's right. Listen, Steve, Smith, message, man. Message. Bassett 24 says, Denzel Washington said, it's right no matter race you are. That's right, man. Listen, it's at the end of the day, man, if you, to me, this is my opinion. You could disagree with me or not. If you say you love God, you believe in the Bible, and you know what? The Bible states that, when people see you, they should see Christ. I mean, we must be Christ-like. And so we must be willing to uplift our brothers when they are not leading the path they were designed to lead. You like, a lot of times people don't truly understand who they are. And so they have these, sometimes we have our tendencies. Like we are a product of our environments, right? So we only know what we know, right? If I take a baby, right, fresh out the womb, take the baby out the butt, put the baby in the box, and I say, hey, little doo-doo, come here, little doo-doo, that baby gonna think his name is doo-doo because that's all that baby knows. All the baby knows is that is this name. Somebody keep calling me doo-doo, so I guess that must be my name, right? So it's the same thing. It's like, if you don't have people around you that tell you that you are great and you are dynamic and you are God-given, and if you're not reading the word so you can really understand who you are, you're going to be put into a box where people are still calling you doo-doo. And you're not doo-doo. God did not design you to be doo-doo. He did not design you to have self-doubt. He did not design you to do those things. And so you're right, Bazawati. It doesn't matter the race. It's about people. Loving people. That's why I love this podcast, man, because it's really, like, we have a love that brought us together about games, but it's about loving people. Like, man, I want you to be better than who you are. I want you to be your best you. Like, if you're not hanging out with people who don't want you to be that way, then you should stop hanging around them people. You gotta find you some of them friends, the people that's like, you in your space, that's not willing to be a yes man, that's willing to challenge you, that's willing to push you in a certain direction. Like last week, man, I listen, I'm telling you, I talked to my wife about this here, and I was so appreciative of the constructive criticism that the people in the channel provided for me. And it wasn't like they were trying to be criticizing me for not doing what I was supposed to do, but they was criticizing me because they wanted me to be better. It's a difference. This generation of kids don't understand that. They'd be like, you say something wrong to them, you didn't crush their whole being. It's like, man, listen, no, man. It's about listen to what I'm saying to you and grow from it. All right, keep reading. It says personality matters the most. Personality helps. I'm assuming in raising kids. It helps, but it does. It's not. I don't think it's most important. I think it's having a heart to love someone else more than yourself. I tell you, listen. The Bible says, "Seek my kingdom first." If you can seek His kingdom first, He'll lead you. You just gotta trust Him. He'll give you the skills that you need to be a good kid and to be a good parent. You just gotta trust Him. So I don't know, fam. If I grew up being raised solely by my father, I'll be dead. The man was abusive. He was the reason I became an undercover cop who deal with mainly with crimes involving kids. Well, okay. I believe in your situation, it just might be a tad different, and I wouldn't definitely diminish how you grew up, right? I just looking at the data. I do believe that because what do men compared to most women, all right? I wouldn't dare say your mom. I wouldn't dare say my mom because my mom was incredibly strong. But you know what? At the end of the day, like I say, my mom committed suicide. That pressure of life was so difficult for her that you know what she made that decision. And yeah, does it hurt me to this day? Yes, it's hurt that my son, who is an awesome son, doesn't have a grandmother. Yes, it kills me. But if I look at if I look at how many single mothers deal with children who are unruly, and these women that I deal with on a daily basis be looking at me like I don't know what to do with him. Of course she doesn't, because you know what? She's not a man. I'm not being sexist. Is that you know what? When there's a male presence in the house, that I believe, like wholeheartedly, that Joseph would probably get my wife would probably fight Joseph because Joseph would challenge her. I believe Joseph would be the child. If I wasn't in the picture, he would challenge her. My son Joshua wouldn't, but it would be Joseph. He would challenge her authority, and my wife would fight him because I know how my wife is. But Joseph wouldn't even think twice because there's a presence of a father in the home. So would I say I'm a better parent than my wife? I wouldn't say that. Do I believe that my wife could? Yeah, I think because my wife was kind of built different. But if I looked at some of these chicks that's out here now who are struggling to raise these children, is because they're struggling. They don't understand the forms of discipline that needs to be had at a very small age. Like I even looked at the situation with my own mom. You know what? Like my brothers and I, we were having our issues. Like my brother Miles was super good. You know, he was the prodigal son. He went off to University of Michigan. He was in school at the time when she passed. And my brother William was out there selling crack cocaine. And you know what? He went to jail. My brother Kenneth was out there boning. He was putting his dingling into every chick that came his direction. So you know what? He was out there being a hoe. And so you had me who was observing all of this stuff here, and I didn't know which direction to go. And I was having my own behavior issues at the time. So we've been different. My father wasn't abusive, my father was abusive to my mother, and my mother was like, "F that, I'm not dealing with that," and she bust up. And so my father was, he probably wanted to be a father, but shoot, my mama didn't deserve to get beat up either. So, but would we have turned out differently if my father was just a good ass father, a good man and a good husband to his wife? Probably. We probably would be better off because we'd have had a level of fear. And one thing as a boy, as he gets older, you know how it is. We get bigger, we get stronger. You know, that level of fear to see this little woman going to do something against me is not there. Shoot, even I was at a point where I was kind of challenging that level of authority when I was a kid. And you know what? It's like, I'm not saying that I was the reason, but for a long time, I blamed myself for some of them things. Absolutely. Love the conversation though. I hate it as not gaming, but sometimes that's what the beauty of the channel. It kind of just morphs into things that we kind of need as men to talk about. Retrospect, they say from the statistics I read, more single moms have successful kids than non-successful. Well, yeah. Listen, I am a byproduct of a single parent household. I can believe that. But the data they was talking about, as in the data, the data they were referencing was children who not necessarily successful, but children who didn't grow up in the prison system. Like children were more likely to go to prison. That was the context of that article. In single parent homes that was raised, the children were less likely to go to prison is at the same rate as being in a 2-parent home compared to a single parent home if that single parent home was raised by if the children were being raised by the father. Because you know what, people, like, when it comes to respect, you want your kids to have a healthy fear of you. You know what? Hey, have I spanked my children? Absolutely, I have. Every last one of them. Every last. But you know what? Will I come home kicking my shoes off and say, "Well, I'm ready to whip my kids"? No. If my kid did something and after I didn't warn you once, and then aggressively warned you twice, and then the third time you decide to say, you know what, you're gonna do it again, well then you got your tail whooped. And I did all the spanking. And my kids learned that lesson. I think that's important. I don't care what anybody say. I would say though, if you want to have strong men, you need a strong man to raise them. My mom was never able to teach me how to be a man. I still struggle with what it means to be a man at times. You know what, guerrilla tactics, man, that is so profound, man, because for a long time, I think me and my brothers, we had to take pieces of men that were in our life, and we kind of created what a man looked like. I had a great neighbor. His name was Mr. Winston. And Mr. Winston helped really kind of redefine my work ethic because he allowed me to cut his grass, and he would pay me handsomely to cut his grass when I was a kid. And he would teach me the right things and the right ways to how he wanted his lawn to be handled. And it was at a point where, as an adult, and I look back, all the skills that I learned from him. I was blessed to have a great grandfather who was a hard worker, but was an entrepreneur. He was a business owner. He owned his own apartment buildings. And so, he had tenants that he had to manage. And so as a kid, my grandfather would pay me and my brothers to come cut his grass. And then we had to go cut his different apartments. We had to go cut the grass there too. And so, but that work ethic, and he teach me how to plant a garden and work until the ground and getting it prepared for harvest. All those different techniques, man. It was like it turned me into the worker I am today. Work doesn't bother me not one bit. You know what I'm saying? I just it got to be done. So I guess I just get it done. And I love that. It was just bits and pieces. Like my father, I'm not gonna tell you. Like when after my mom passed, I had to go live with my father, and it was tough because my father was not. He was he wasn't my mother. Now my mother would talk to me and pump life into me and tell me that she cared about me, she loved me, and so I had to deal with her loss on my own. And so that was tough, man. And so my father didn't know how to communicate those emotions to me. And so I kind of had to figure that out on myself. And so it was times when my dad did some great things. He spoke great life into me, like not life, like, how can I say it? He gave me great advice on certain things. He taught me how to work on a car. And so there's pieces of my father, and there's pieces of my grandfather, and pieces of my neighbor, Mr. Winston, and it's kind of sculpted into the man I am today. So I get that, man, that struggle of like, what kind of man do I should be? And sometimes I even look at my children, because I'm very tough on them because I know the world is going to be tough. So sometimes I have to question that sometimes, like, man, am I spending enough time with my children? Am I showing them enough love? Am I, I those things I have to balance, man, because I've always said I wanted to be 10 times the father that my father was to me, and I don't diss to this day, I still talk to my father, and things of that nature, but I don't have the relationship with my father that I wish, that my kids have with me. I know that for sure. Like, we don't have the same relationship, and that bothers me. But hey man, listen, I thank you for sharing that, man. Lost in the Lost Woods. Okay, you still playing? Yes, Gaming Dad just gave free game. A geeky is a wonderful woman and a great mother. Those go a long way when you are 17 years old. Yes, man. Oh man. When you find you a real good woman, man, that does some things that you're gonna like, you gotta think about some things that you like, man. Like one of my requirements, man, when I was looking for a wife, man, was like she had to cook. Cause my mother couldn't cook, and my grandmother could cook. So whatever woman I had to cook. That was like a requirement. That was like, that was like number two. Like number one, you had to love God. I just couldn't deal with somebody who was like, I didn't want to be unevenly yoked. So I was like, you got to have a love for God, love of Christ. So that was my preference. Yeah, but yeah, you got to develop your preference, man. And then from there, once you develop your preference, you'll know those initial questions to ask when you're dating to kind of eliminate those ones that's trying to be, Mr. or Mrs. Retrospect J. Yes, I agree, Gorilla. My father wasn't abusive, but he needed more. He needed my mom's help in some ways. I think I would have been even more emotional in trouble if my dad just raised me. He had trauma himself. Yeah, those generational curses, man. They tend to shift us in certain ways. And needed help. Yeah, it's like it. I thank God that I went through the way I went the way I am. I thank God that even like dealing with my mom's death and meeting the people I've met and learning how to take a bad situation and turn it positive is great skills that I have acquired over my time. Gaming Dad, when I got my PS5, I was so excited I didn't even want to eat. I was just nervous and excited. I'm loving it a lot. Yep. Listen, you know what? I just watched I think I might clean my PS5. I saw a video that was pretty informative from Spawn Wave. He cleaned his PS5, and I bet you mine is probably dusty. So, oh my God, that's terrible. What I love about the PS5 is that the loading times are crazy. You launch a game and it loads in 1 second, and you love it a lot. Yeah, man. That was to me. That was the thing that I liked about the PS5 is that fact of having great load time. Like playing like 2K, it's like, oh, that was it for me. When I kicked in 2K and it's loaded like that, I said, oh yeah, we ready. this next generation right here. I got you. Not so Krilla, Texas. Got you on the board, my brother. He said put me and YouTube me on that wheel. GT not on here? Let me see. I'll put you up here. All right, got you. All right, you on there. My bad, my brother. All right, good people. We're up to 20 people on the wheels tonight. 20 people. Okay, I do want to volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club if I can. Yeah, listen, and you'll be surprised. Those little experiences help curve your idea of parenthood. Now, them kids, sometimes Boys and Girls Club can be a little, but it is what it is. One word: discipline. Putting God first. Games are hard to break off of for hours per day. I might be turning 25 in July, but it's a struggle to put the games aside and discipline myself to be productive. You know what? We are what we do the most. I tell this to my basketball kids all the time. I say, if you dribble the ball every day, it's a good chance you'll be a great dribbler. If you shoot the ball every day, it's a good chance that you'll be a great shooter, but we are what we do the most. So you gotta kind of, you put that first, that word says equals discipline. Putting God first. If the games have more power over you than God, then who is your God? You gotta restructure the priorities and ask for some forgiveness. You won't have nothing that you spend more time with than with God. At least it's not giving God the equal amount of attention. Um, Starting your day off and ending your day off with God is something that I try to my best to teach my own children to do. Um, and reading His Word the more and more that you read His Word, then the more that'll put you in a position where you can be productive. Because the ability to be productive and the ability to be disciplined is not something that you can develop. It's something that God puts inside of you. So you got to understand where your discipline and where your productivity comes from. It comes from God's blessing of allowing you to do those things. Oh man, it's wheel time. Yeah, it's just about wheel time, man. We've been kicking it, CMG. 17 years is that's what's up. He said productive, taking a grain of salt of Joseph because it was hard for me to break. Now things, um, some things not too late for you to break the habit early. I'm not trying to be a parent though, Dave. You know what, man? Listen, in due time. You know what? Listen, sometimes you don't have to be a parent. You know what? You can go out and share the good news. Just do what you're commanded to do. And if God puts it on your heart with God to put a good woman in your life that you love, and you know what, she might want a copy of you, you might want a copy of her, and that thing just might happen. But yeah, I wouldn't dare force you to say, go out and get married. No, man, listen, this ask God to send you somebody that's worthy enough to impregnate. That's the prayer. So, but Gaming Dad, that's why they grew up and is going to be great people in society. There will be some great people in society, but there's some people right now, man. They're trying to eliminate that. So people got to stay. I mean, I know we love games and things of that nature, but we got to understand what's first, or keeping our steps ordered. It's important. John says he probably spanked his kids because they took a credit card for V-Bucks. I'm just joking. Dad, listen, my kids know if they would have did that, I'm the father that would have took their TV outside with their games and then read them over. They'd have played no more games, so they understand that. Quag, what's going on? Like I said, man, I always love it when Gaming Dad and the Nintendo Dads does parenting. Feels good. Oh man, appreciate you, my brother. Quag, let me get you on the board, my brother. All right. We are currently at 21 people. I hate that my last stream kind of ended early because we had a poll going on, but it is what it is, man. Let's see. So tonight's poll ended with 13 votes, and it was grade the direct. And it was like 15% said A, 38% said B, 38% said C, and 8% said F. That's probably one person named Gorilla Tactics. Oh, did I say that out loud? I did. All right. Let's see. CMG says, to be honest, my father wasn't always there. I grew up in mostly single parent home. Yeah, man. Listen, it's a lot of us like that, man. That's why it's even more important, man. That we start praying for a woman that we can love and want to stay with. But I know one thing: my mother is old school. She was damn tough on me, literally. Oh man, shout outs, man. Shout outs to Mama CMG putting in that work. John Samurai says, to be honest, when people leave me and don't want to be friends anymore, with me, I don't really care. I only focus on myself and never listen to what people say to you. Say to you. I'm not sure I understand. Be quiet. It says, never listen to what people say to you. People just want to see you down and fail. Yeah, certain people are like that, man. I always teach I try to teach my kids in my classroom, even my kids in here, to have confidence with themselves, to learn to love you. Oh man, learn to love you and learn to laugh at yourself. If I think if more kids understood those principles, there will be a lot less headaches that they would have to deal with. Because when you love yourself, man, like you said before, you love me, I don't care what you say about me. I know I love me. And when I can say, and when somebody can tell a joke about me or they can crack a joke about me, if I can learn to laugh at it, I don't take myself seriously. So yeah, those are great comments to pass on. SOC says, shout out to all the great parents out there. Yeah, man, there are some great parents out there, but we need more of them though. We got to start raising these kids. Like, hey, why is it important that you wait to have sex? Why is it important that you try not to have babies out of wedlock? I don't think this is important, man. So you and me, both CMG, we bailed on my pops when I was just 13 years old after he beat my mom and went to get a chainsaw. Don't know what he was about to do, but I carried her out of there and just ran with her. Man, my brother. I hate that, but I'm thanking God that you was strong enough to understand that the time was to leave. I don't understand why if you got to put your hands on a woman, then why be with her? Listen, I'm a firm believer. Listen, I'm a firm believer in two things. I would never put my hands on my wife, no matter what. I will restrain her if she was trying to hurt me, but I would never put my hands on her. And it's more than just me because she my kid's mama. I would never do that. Now, have I defended myself because a girl came at me? I have. I'm sorry. I have, man. I have. I was in 9th grade, man. I had a girl. I'm going to tell you this story. This is funny. I tell this to my kids all the time. Real quick. I know, but this is funny. I'm telling you. It's funny. Just don't call Gave Me Dad a woman beater. I'm not a woman beater. But this chick got everything she deserved. She earned this one. All right. So, I'm in 9th grade. I'm in my physical science class. And so, the teacher had a car accident. So, they put some random substitute teacher in our room. So, the kids going crazy. They run around the crew, run around this classroom. They playing tag. It's this crazy pandemonium. And so, me and this girl, her name was Tamika. I'm put her business out there. I don't care if she is. She was out there. She was playing with me. So, Tamika, we just playing and stuff. And so, Tamika smacked me in my face. I mean, like, pow! But I didn't get mad. I was like, oh, you got me. All right, I'm gonna pay you. Listen, in my mind, like, oh, this hit me. I'm about to light her up. So I played around, stuck around the classroom, playing, like I'm about to get her. And so she had kind of sat down, was talking the other way, looking that way. And I came and punched her so hard in her thigh. Boom! I punched in her thigh. You know how you hit somebody so hard, you can see the frog jump out. You can see that muscle twitch like a frog and jumped out of her leg. That's how hard I punched her. Oh man, she got mad. Oh, she was like, playtime is over. I'm gonna beat your A. But she's saying the full word in front of the class. I'm gonna beat your MF and A. So I'm like, I'm like, hey man, calm. I'm like, I'm playing off. Hey man, calm down, cool. We were just playing, man. You smacked me in my face, I hit you back. I thought we was even. Nah, F that. We playtime is over. So, I got the kid. Your kids acting out. Hey, Dave, man, she gonna whoop your tail out the class. So I'm like, all right. I'm sitting there, but I'm fuming. I'm young though. I'm a young kid this time. I'm fuming. It's young Dave, and so it was a desk in between me and her. Like she was on this side, that I was on the side. I was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. And I took my finger and I don't checked her. Like, and so the teacher stepped up, was like gonna try to get in between them. And this chick Tamika, she was big. She went on small chick. She was like 200 pounds. Matter of fact, she was 208 pounds. and she was 5'11". At the time, I was 5'6", 145 pounds. How do I know her exact weight? I'll get to that later in the story. So she pushed the teacher out the way. And she came at me. So when she came at me, I revved up and said, "Bam!" I bust her hard right in her face. Boom. Man, she shook that punch off like I swallowed a fly or something. And she came back at me. Before you know it, man, I was kicking her tail, punching her. I told you, if you'd have shut your goddamn mouth. Beat her up, right? She sprinted out the room. I'm like, and I looked in the mirror, and I see I got cuts on my face. I was like, oh, so I'm really mad now. I'm about to really beat her up. And I turned back, and I looked at the class, and everybody in the class was looking at me like this. I'm like, what? What y'all looking at me like that for? And I stopped, and I looked. Man, I had blood on my shirt. I had blood on my pants. There was blood on the chalkboard. There was blood on the ceiling. I done broke the girl nose. You know, this little area right here, this little slit right here, your little nostrils. I done slit that open, man. She leaking everywhere. And so I'm like, dang, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you're a kid. I just blanked it, man. I blanked out. And so I heard the resource officer in school was like, oh, yeah, he's going to have to go down for this. I was like, no, I'm not. I grabbed my bag. I hit out the back door. And in Michigan at this time, man, it's snowing. So it's snowing. And so we had city buses. And so I'm sprinting. It's like a mile between the high school and my bus stop. I'm hawking tail. Oh, man, I'm ready. I'm in great shape, man. I am straight in full sprint. And I'm like, I'm like 2 and 3 blocks. I'm gone. I'm almost at the bus stop. I look back. I see the police car coming out with his lights on. He coming down. He had just made the turn. Oh, man. So I kick it up even higher. So I get to the bus stop, and Lord forgive me. Lord, thank you, Jesus. The bus came as soon as I get across. The bus came. I got on the bus and lay down in the back. He did not catch me. Thank you, Jesus. So I get home. I walked home. My mom was home. So my mom was like, "What you doing home? What all this blood came from?" So I had to tell my mom. I was like, "Mom, I beat this girl up." Oh, my mom was so mad. She was so mad. She was so disgusted. She told me to go in the basement. She's like, I don't want to even see your face. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to explain to her what's going on. So later on that day, you know, we got a phone in the basement. So the phone rang. Picked the phone. That was like, Miss Brenda Lane there. I was like, no, she's not. She's not here. Boy, it was a police officer. And I hung up. He called back again. I said, hello? Boy, what you want him on the phone? I was like, okay. So we get my mom on the phone. She told her what's going on. I had to go to court, blah, blah, blah. So I went to court. So we talking to the lawyer. This is like 2 weeks later. They kicked me out for 5 days. You know, I got to beat the girl up. So I'm in court. And so the lawyer talking to the lawyer showing my mom the information. So my mom like, what? How big was this girl? Oh, no, ma'am, she was a big girl. She's, 5'11", 208 pounds. And she was big, man. She was a big broad. I was like, Mom, I was trying to tell you, like this chick was big, what? And then my mom seen the pictures. She was like, David, you did not have to beat her up like that. I said, Mama, I wasn't trying to beat her like that, but you know what? You won't keep telling me you're going to whoop my tail in the class. I won't go get punked. So luckily, because she didn't show up for court, they had to drop the charges. I know that would be a short story, man, but it turned it long. He said, it's quite hilarious. I was the only one named after him. Golly. Junior. I call you CG Junior. I won't do that, man. I'm sorry. I got a brother named Miles. They call him Junior, so that's funny. John Samurai said, I'm 17 right now. Yeah, man. Yeah. Keep it in your pants, John Samurai. Damn, John. You almost a full-grown man. Bazzer 24/7 say you need a father figure to help you control your anger. How to use it. That anger is in the right way. Focus. Oh man, that's funny. It's funny. John says, to be hold on, man. What's going on here? Okay, keep moving. Something locked up. To be honest, I never thought I would. I never thought I would come this far to life, and I thank God for that. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody's journey is different, man. It's meant to your journey's not even done, man. It's gonna get there. This is a good speech by Gaming Dad. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my brother. So I see about the prison system. Do you think it was because the mother is working too much too? Absolutely. Just think about who is providing the nutrients and the parenting. If the mom gets to work, that child is left to kind of raise himself. And sometimes the street will raise your child if you let it. And so if it's not two parents there to kind of keep that two parents is balanced, right? It's hard to walk on one leg compared to walking on two. I don't care. Anybody say it. Drake. Imagine 200 people on a board, man. Listen, the most I've had on the board was like 70. I think I had like 70 people on the board at one point in time. That was like my first Christmas stream. That was dope. GT said one day if Gaming Dad grinds on his YouTube channel like he does with all 10 of his jobs, ooh, there might be a time where there are 200 people on there. It'll just still come down to me and Dad's. Oh man, that's funny. I did told Gaming Dad one time that I hope he becomes famous one day for streaming every Monday and uploading unboxed and stuff. Yeah, you sure did tell me that. Retrospect just said, I'm starting to think that the bad things that happen to me is God setting me up to be strong. The Bible says when we are weak, when we are at our weakest, we are strong because we have Christ. And just like a master potter, when they make these, you ever seen people that take clay and they make these awesome bowl-like structures, but it takes a lot of pressure, man, to make those bowls, man. It takes a lot of that wheel is spinning, you going through life, man. And God is supplying that pressure. He's shaping and molding us into his image. And so the things that you have endured in your life, they can be crutches or they can be the springboard into your greatness. It's all in how you perceive it. I tell people all the time that it was a blessing that my mom died. Not because my mom was a bad person. She was the best thing since sliced pie. But her death made me strong. That weakness made me into the man I am today. It made me into the parent I am today. My mom was great. She gave me 13 years of skills and knowledge that I'm able to pass off to my own kids. And they are by far, they're the witness and the attenders of the school of Brendan Lane's discipline. They are a byproduct. I set apart a time for him at night, but I don't want to be games, devotion, games, sleep, games. I know, man, it's tough. It's tough to sit it down, especially when you got something that you like. I know it's hard. To be honest, I feel less lonely when I'm with y'all. Yeah, man, listen. I hate that you feel lonely at all, but yeah, man, I listen. It's by far therapeutic for me to jump on here on Mondays. I like something bothers my spirit when I don't get to hang out with y'all. GT says that's my life now: work, games, gym, podcast on Monday, repeat. But man, listen, the great part about it, man, is that you hang out with me on Monday. I appreciate that, man. Bang, bang, F bang. D1 says single mom raising me and 3 cousins. You want right now, D1? Listen, I am not here to say that it can't happen. It's the statistics. It is by far. It's telling me. I tell you right now, if I talk to a lot of our moms can kind of kick it, they'll probably tell you it's probably a lot harder to raise children without a partner than it is to raise one with a partner. But that partner got to be a good dude, though. It can't be no dude put his hands on you. That's, nobody wants that. Oh, yes, right. You did hear Siri going. I was like, man, Siri, you shut up. I'm dying because the Siri was talking to Gaming Dad. Grit of Texas and I have similar stories that I feel you. Yeah, man. Listen, look, we live not, man. A lot of us do, man. A lot of us do, man. That's why I'm telling you. That's what God put people in your life for a reason, man. So y'all can kind of like understand, like, hey, man, you're not alone. You know what? Listen, you are great. You are, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be safe out there doing. You know what? You're doing a great, like, Grit of Texas is doing like a great service. That's what, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, listen. I'll tell you right now. This is one of the reasons why I really like Trump, because Trump went after them pedophiles. He went after them dudes out here doing these things to these kids, man. It was big on, but nobody kind of really gave him his props for that, man. It's like, man, listen, that's huge. So damn, that must have been so tough tactics. Some people are too scared to do anything, and I don't blame them sometimes, but yeah. John Samurai said, my dad wanted to hurt my mom, and it happened to me too. When that happens, I was barely going to middle school. I'm telling you, listen, man, if I learned anything, man, be mindful, man, of who you want to call your wife. Be mindful who, and I would tell that to my daughter too. I said, she got to be mindful who she want to call her husband, because they got to have their stuff together. Oh my God. Good tactics I've been through the growing up stuff. Okay, I won't get to. I know y'all kind of talking to one another. Well, that's the reason I personally don't want to have kids. I'm a lot like my father, and I have a lot of issues that toxic masculinity won't let me address. I work with kids from a distance. I think at the end of the day, man, you got to know yourself. And you got to know the direction of what's going to, you put yourself in the healthiest situations possible. But you'd be surprised, man. You have a great story, man. That a lot of there's some kids out here will probably need to be able to hear. Some adults out here that probably need to hear. And I think your masculinity sometimes, and in this day and age, is probably needed more than ever. How many kids is out here, dressing like girls, and and society is allowing it to be said. How many TV shows I've stopped watching because they're pushing narrative that I don't agree with. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, man, we all got to do what's best for us, man. So I still commend you, my brother. So my dad never came back with the milk. Why do people even say that joke? Retrospect just said, I hit girls if they get aggressive with me. I got suspended once because I pulled a girl's hair. Got suspended 3 days while she got one, even though she started it. Yank that girl hair. I save kids from horrible situations and work with them. Work to keep them from getting themselves in horrible situations. I don't trust myself to have a family of my own, though. I let my legacy live through my job. And man, listen, and that's a blessing. That is a blessing. You know what? I had a kid in my classroom who graduated, and she was sex trafficked. And luckily, she was able to keep in touch with me, and we was able to get her in contact with some people that got her out of that situation. They had to go down there. They had to physically go down there and get her out of these situations. And but now she's she's doing pretty good with herself. She's made her way. She's been back and forth between Florida and Georgia, and right now she's in Georgia right now, and she's getting ready to have a baby. She out here hunching, but but she's working and she's getting herself in a position to prepare herself to take care of her baby, and so and her mind is selling, her mind is right. So I commend anybody who works with children and sets to put them in a situation where they can be safe and they can have an opportunity to have a normal life. So. Retrospect said, I don't trust myself either to have kids. Difference due to bullying. That is so racist. She started to fight. Great story. Ditto CMG. They showed your mama photos by Dave Reed. The relationship with my father now somewhat so-so. Now he wants me to spend time with him. I don't have time for that now. I would acknowledge him as my father. Wish him happy birthday and happy Father's Day. Call him time to time. That's all. Yeah, I do call my father from time to time. So I have my own life now. Going to the gym tomorrow, Grid of Tactics. Me too, CMG. I'm trying to lose weight. Yeah, listen, I think we all here in this bad way trying to lose some weight. Yes, that makes sense. Two great parents. Something like I said, I like that God still meets me where I'm at. The trip to Ark Encounter plus Creation Museum this past weekend. That was great. I can DM you some pictures. Yeah, do that. Put them on Discord. If not, that'd be great. Being in this community. Oh man, listen. Hey man, listen. I'm glad God put you here too, man. Another rather than just games, size miscellaneous topics, but still hearing God's word. That's right, man. Same. I go 7 days a week. Minimum an hour per day. Man, I have not got to the point to be that dedicated yet. But I work like when school is in, I'm able to go to the gym every day because I got my kids. I got to go to the gym anyway. So that's been a blessing. But during the summer, man, it's been kind of hard. But I have basketball practice, so I kind of make sure I get my gym time in before basketball practice starts. But 7 days a week, man, you're a monster. Even amidst my struggles, God still provides financially, church, helping. Absolutely. He still provides, man. He will always provide if you acknowledge him who he is. I need to go a lot more, GT. I was going 2 times a week. I'm going to increase it. Yeah, at least 3. At least 3 is good. The gym is a great place. It helps build confidence and lets you clear your mind. Yes, absolutely. I want people to talk like, I be so stressed. I was like, man, go work out, man. Just go work out, man. Go get your class, get your stretching Pilates class, man. Loosen you all the way up. You be good. I would like to be, I would be in there like an hour and 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. Ooh, that's a long time. I used to get to the gym like that when I was young. Working out definitely helps you relieve stress. From what I'm reading, you're kind of like me, GT. This stream just got deep. It did. Listen. It did quick, fast. I respect Retro J. Yeah, gaming went out the window tonight. We got through the main stuff, though. But BlizzCon, which will be trash anyway, BlizzCon is a shell of their former self. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's going to be trash as well. It doesn't look like Microsoft is getting Blizzard now. Yeah, because they're putting some pressure on Microsoft, man. It's here in the States, too. The FTC is really putting the pressure on them. Fitness is tied to my job, so I can't exactly be out of shape. Lots of grown men tend to run from me if you believe it. They find God, though, every time they see me. Oh, God, no. Oh, man, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh, man, that is great. That's right. Oh, God, no. My gym is less pizza, wings, and fast food, GT. From my perspective, not wings. I couldn't imagine GT. Oh God, no, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Back Gaby Dad was warming up some food. I'm gonna eat and watch now. Oh man, listen, you know what, good people, listen, man. I truly thank y'all, man, for hanging out tonight. Yeah, we supposed to do a bunch of news, man, but I don't think it's a whole lot we missing. I'll try to briefly break down. We was talking about E3 cancellation. And I'm trying to think of anything. See, multiverse fans react to games shutting down into 2024. Dang, said lots of good talks tonight. Yeah, you know what, Geeky? It was. It was a man. Oh man, it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And it wasn't about gaming. You know, it is about a bunch of people that play games that have very unique experiences that make us the people we are today. And that's wonderful, man. That's, you know, listen, I like conversations like this because it really builds, you know, a foundation of a family, because people, you know, like, you know, I care about y'all guys. You know, listen, I care about the things that we do. So I'm gonna go through these couple of quick little stories, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into this wheel. I think this is crazy. I'm glad I did not. I almost purchased like the founders pack when this game come out. I'm glad I didn't. And the mere fact that now, listen, this is the reason why these free to play games, man, it's hard to jump into them because there's no way I didn't pay for it, but now you're gonna shut down for, you know, until next year. Get out of here, man. Boo to Warner Brothers. This email I saw recently was I thought was quite amazing. New emails reveal Microsoft wanted to buy Sega and Bungie. Wow. I wonder why that didn't happen. To me, they should have never let Bungie go. That was stupid of Microsoft. That we're gonna look back in history, you're like, man, that's a dumb move. You did not ante up the money to pay for Bungie when they produced your best IPs. When Bungie was making Halo, Halo was absolutely outstanding. It's when they switched, it started to tank. I'm just saying. So I never got into multiverse. I mean, it's a smash clone, but it was good though. John said, "I'm on the miss multiverse. I have 3,500 something wins in multiverse." Golly, man. John boy, you listen. You be on this game. You be on it like a hornet. My favorite character is Black Adam with his bald head self. Yeah, so I don't think, you know, Microsoft, man, that's the mere fact that they wanted. I still think buying Sega is a great move for Xbox. I tell you, listen, if this deal don't fall through, man, go grab Sega. I think that's a great move for them. I just hope that they don't tank it. So, you know, it's one of them things. It could be the gift and the curse. Okay, so you know what? Once again, man, Microsoft. I saw this article today that has pissed me all the way off to Xbox exclusive Perfect Dark release is years away due to development struggles. God almighty, man. Can they get some order over there? Every game you hear about, man, it's like, you know, development struggles. That should not be an issue in 2023, man. Get your house in order, Xbox. Get it in order. That's that. Listen, that to me, this is disappointing because, you know what? That means this game is probably won't come out to 2026, late 2025. I still would like Sonic on Switch, not console locked. I don't think it would be though. Now I think Sonic is such a it'll be a fool for Sega to lock it completely onto Xbox. But what they could do is make it come out first on Game Pass, which would, you know, once again, it's to be a Game Pass game. years away, that's freaking unacceptable. It is absolutely unacceptable. I don't like Xbox at all. I'm more of a PlayStation fan and a Nintendo fan. I like Xbox, man. I still love a little Halo every now and then. Ubisoft CEO, what is his name, thinks that they should have waited for the new console to release Mario vs. Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Yep, I agree too. I agree. He said Nintendo said, hey, Nintendo tried to get them heads up. Nintendo said, hey, y'all should probably wait. And now that they think about it, because this game is probably not selling like it should, they should have waited. I think this would have been a better game. It would have sold better on a new system rather than what they are presenting right now. But I might pick that game up. But yeah, you know, you gotta be smart. You gotta listen. PlayStation Project Q handheld price range seemingly revealed. All right, spotted by reporter Stefan Telio. Microsoft noted in a series of documents involving with its ongoing battle with the FTC that Sony's Project Q platform will release later this year for under $300. It is uncertain how Microsoft may be privy to this information, but if accurate, it means that Project Q will cost anywhere from $0 to $299. Obviously, the lower end of the spectrum is greatly unreasonable. But the price ceiling does give PlayStation fans their first board idea of what the handheld could set them back. Man, nobody buying that handheld. Listen, I'll tell you as much. If it's $100, I'll pick it up. I'm not paying no more than $100. $100 would give me, say, all right, now if I can take, then I can play my PlayStation in bed. Then, especially getting ready to play Final Fantasy, I might be into that. That just might get me the. But $100, no more than $100, no more. Ease is without ease. It is Ease Gilmore. That's right. Gmon. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Guerrilla Tactics is an asshole. But in a good way, though. In a good way. It's like he that friend to be like, you know what, man. So I only know this because he's French. We speak two languages in Canada. French being the second. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle David. Comme ci, comme ça. That's the only French I remember from high school. I can say my name. Je m'appelle. Comme ci, comme ça. It's probably going to be $200 or $300. It better be. It better be below the $2. If it's $299, they can hang it up. Hang it up. Hang it up. Let's see. Anything else? Limited run game showcases happening July the 12th. July the 12th. Put that on your calendar. I like these I like the limited run ones only because they kind of show games that you can get physical copies of. I never like their prices. The prices are it's too much, man. All right, good people, listen, that's enough. No more stories tonight. Let's get into the Wheels of Steel. It is late 11:30. Your boy got to get up early, man, to do this transport. And I still got stuff to do before I go to bed. So, without any further ado, y'all know what to do. Y'all know how this run. I'm not going to go through it. Who's up next? Who's the first one off the wheel tonight? Tonight's first loser is my son. Look at Joseph. Aw. Goodbye, Joe. Peace out. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? If I win tonight, I'm giving it to my son, Joseph. Because since he went out early like that. Basil YT is out of here. Oh, it's kind of low. I got to turn that up. I need that some sound effects loud in the speakers. Je m'appelle Brandon. I'll say, see, there you go. You went too far. We? Oh man, that's awesome though. That's awesome. I kind of wish I'd have stuck with it. Imagine they made Fighter Pass 3 for Smash out of nowhere. Listen, me and my son said the same thing not too long ago. You know what? It's just like, to me, they just come and just like, we're not done. And just and come with a Fighter Pass 3 that was amazing. Cause you know what, man, Master Chief and what's that game they in? And it's not Valhalla. It's Brawlhalla? I think it's Brawlhalla. But man, you know what? That's pretty good. He said, "Oh." So I just said, my name is Brandon. I just broke the fourth wall by saying my real name. You did. It's time to spin the wheel. Don't worry. Listen, I keep that secret. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see who else next. John Samurai. Was you the next loser? I forgot. Ruben is our next loser. I think John Samurai, you did lose. Brawlhalla. There, Brawlhalla. That's all right. We keep it rolling. The 18 people to go. Let's keep it flowing. And it will be D1. Oh, no. It's getting close. D1 is out of here.
You are out of here.
Peace out. Peace out. Oh man, Gaming Dad is out of here, man. Give him out of here. Let's keep it rolling, people. Quick, fast. It's kind of late. We got some great conversations, though. Great conversations tonight. And up next, it will be, Steve M.
You are out of here.
Peace out. Doom. Another one bites the dust. Retrospects J. Peace out.
You lose.
Let's keep the wheel going. We're down to 14 people, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep it spinning. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be, oh no, not my girl. A geeky chick is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here. We're down to 13 people, ladies and gentlemen. 13. Oh no. It's Guerrilla Tactics, please.
You are out of here.
He said, it will be not me. No. Oh yeah, I gotta get it in. Retrospect J said, I just got back. What? No, I lost. Oh man, what did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? You wanted it? Well, you got it. Super Sonic Mocking J is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. We're down to 11. Who's up next to catch the flags? And it will be God Almighty. GT.
You are out of here.
Let's keep it rolling. I literally clicked on the video, and the first thing came up was my name. Dave Dub, ladies and gentlemen, is out of here. Bam. All right, let's keep it rolling. We're down to 9 people, ladies and gentlemen. 9 people. Who would it be? Who would it be? Who would it be? But SOC.
You are out of here.
Peace out. We're down to 8. Who's up next for the date? Ha! John Samurai's Twitch.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
sir.
Good day, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, who's up next to cast the flags? It will be. Uh-oh. It's getting kind of close. Yeah.
You lose.
Saturday Night Tales is out of here, ladies and gentlemen, completely off the board, and we're down to our final 6 in the mix with the electrifying mojo. John Samurai Gato Mari out of here.
You are out of here.
We're down to 5. Who's trying to stay alive, ladies and gentlemen? Who's up next? CMG. Please exit left. CMG. Ladies and gentlemen, down to our final 4 is Build It with Smith, Quake 311, Captain C. But Captain C was our vendor from last week. That means there's only 3 left. Candy P. Who would it be? Let's go through the comments real quick. Comments. I really think preschool needs to teach kids to not just blindly trust people who are nice to them. I agree. Totally agree. Son Hunter said, thanks for the stream, Gaming Dad in chat, man. Thank you, brother, for coming through. GT said, I need Mendez to return. I haven't had any luck since his it's reggaeton singing rival. Oh man. Man, you funny, man. Golly. CLG is done, son. CMG wasn't going to buy anything with that eShop card. He claims he still has a Switch, but I ain't seen a Switch content in a year. God almighty. Drop the bomb on CMG. All right, good people. Let's go to Final 4. Who's next out the door? That's so funny. Oh, just like candy. Ow.
You are out of here.
Uh-oh, here it come. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be a new winner this week, and Captain C is out of here. Please exit left. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final 2. Quake 311. Build It with Smith in the building. What? Who will it be to catch these $10 hollers? Courtesy of your boy Gaming Dad. All right, let's see. Nick Cannon, get on the drums, please. Yes, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Who's left? And it will be. It's getting close. It will be. Ooh. Quake 311 is out of here. Oh my goodness, that was so close. They played you. Quake. I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with that, but they played you. And tonight's winner, kids giving up for the Smith family in the building. Crimson Blood. Oh, man. Build It with Smith tonight with the dub. Appreciate you, my brother, for coming through. Quake, man, you almost had the dub, man. I was pulling for you. Woo, good people, man. Listen, let me take these off. Wonderful stream tonight, man. I am so grateful for you guys, man. This to be a part of my life on this day the Lord has claimed. It was a blessed day because I got to spend it with you guys, and I had a great time. Let me end my stream like I always love to end my stream, man, by saying some prayers, Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you. I thank you, Lord, because you are pulling me in contact with people who have similar experiences that I have, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you teach all of us and show all of us the ability to break these generational curses, that to not allow our past to hamper or hold us back from our futures. I pray in the name of Jesus, Lord, that you continue to heal us from our own trauma and that you turn us into the men that you want us to be. Let our decisions making be guided by you. Let our decisions making be blessed by you. We thank you, Lord. We hold you with high regards. I take this time, Lord, to pray, Lord, for Mendez's father who is going through cancer. I pray, Lord, that you bless Geeky and their family right now, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless and you keep Guerrilla Tactics safe, Lord. I see out there doing the good work to keep people safe. And Lord, bless CMG and his channel, and pray, Lord, that it continues to grow and manifest into something great. And I pray, Lord, that you bless all the other people on the line tonight, Lord, that you touch them, Lord, and bless them moving forward. We thank you, Lord, for this wonderful opportunity to be able to pray to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Good people, man. Thank y'all for sticking around, man, and hanging out with me. Have a good week. I probably am going to stream on Thursday since I don't think it'll be late Thursday though, because I got a case that day, but I should get home like around 9:30ish. So it'll be late my time, but I'm going to stream on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. And gotta stay motivated. Thank you, Guerrilla Tactics. Don't think I did not pay attention to what you said earlier. I think once again I receive all those constructive criticism. I think anytime you have people that say things that can help you be successful and help you be better, you got to gravitate and hold on to that and count those as blessings. And so I do on this very day. Good people, man. Yeah, I definitely, this is definitely a great stream, man. I had a great time. And so y'all have yourself a wonderful week. Let me get some of these comments on here before I get out of here. Oh, it was a bunch of comments. I wasn't paying attention. Crips and Bloods. That was funny. That was funny, Smith. That was so close. That was so close. Wow, that was close, huh? That was it. It has never been that intense before. It never got that close before. I'm trying to get everybody comment on here before we get out of here. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Shout out to Mendez with chat rivals on both our parents and going through. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yes, my brother, you are going through it too. Congrats. Thanks, man. Thank you. I love the love that's given back and forth in the chat. Amen. Yeah, listen, it wasn't it, Smith? It was good tonight. It was really, really good. Thanks, Geeky. Yeah, it was a good stream. Girl Titan says, "Dear Lord, bless CMGs." Neglected Switch, dusty as it might be, so they may cut the console on at some point this year and get it updated. I definitely enjoyed this one. Thanks, man. Peace out to CLG, man. Support his content. Doing great things. All right, I'm tired over here. It's so funny. See y'all next Monday, folks. See you too, man. And listen, hi in my stream, man, in the mortal worlds of Don Cornelius. Peace, love, and soul, man. I love y'all. Have a good week. See you next Monday. Or see you on Thursday. Peace.